All right, folks, welcome back. It is Brian and I's good fortune that you're here. That is the trailer that we are reacting to. We just watched it. This is a film directed and written by Aziz Ansari. Brian, I got to be honest, I was very happy about it. I got high hopes for this film.
Yeah, Aziz writing, directing, and acting. So he's going for the triple play right here. That's a lot on his plate. And I was a little bit worried when I first saw this trailer. We have Keanu Reeves, the chosen one, playing Gabriel, which is I think it's one of Keanu's performances where it doesn't feel like he's giving too much. But I think Keanu, for what people might rag on him for maybe not being an Oscar. You don't ever say he deserves an Oscar for the role, but I think he has an understanding of storytelling and picks good stories, so that carries the weight for him not having to act as heavy because it's just a good story. And the more we got into the trailer, the more I liked it. I think that this is very topical. I think that's a conversation you're hearing all the time of kind of the class of like rich people not understanding why, middle class and lower class people are struggling and complaining. They're got their money. What are you complaining about? Stop eating your avocado toast, and kind of seeing, or the reality of how tough it is for your everyday people in the world, not alone, not necessarily just in America. It's tough to get by. And I think at the end of the day, what makes people relate and love stories is relatability. And I think that this story is extremely relatable. It's a topic that I think is like kind of one of those hypothetical questions, the CEO undercover, but getting to switch places. And kind of the moment where I was like, okay, I'm in. And this is the last thing I'll say, I'm in, was when the moment of saying like, oh, they say money doesn't solve your problems, but it seems like it's solving a lot of his problems, which I think is like kind of, I always joke to myself when I hear things like that, is like, yeah, I would love to, see if that's actually reality, because a lot of my problems certainly feel surrounded by money. So I'm really excited about this, Stephen. I know you were a little bit, but you want to dive in a little bit more?
Certainly relatable. And I just think at this juncture in the United States where things are very expensive, it's hard to buy housing, prices of groceries are going up. I think this could really resonate. And this to me feels very much like an original film that has potential to do very well, because all ages could enjoy this film pretty much. I can imagine my grandparents, my parents, and myself enjoying this film, and maybe even teenagers. So I we'll see how it does, but if this has a moderate budget, I think this could do really, really well in the box office.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll really say is I do think we still have a box office problem, because I think even a movie like this, that I'm like, yes, this is feels really good. I think that people will love this. I still don't know if it'll do well in box office, because we stumbled across this trailer by accident. I don't know, if the ordinary person even knows. I know it's only been out for 7 days, even longer when this episode comes out. But they've got a marketing problem, I feel like, in the industry, and then they have the streaming again problem. What's going to prevent somebody, the normal person who's struggling for money, which is the exact problem that they address in this movie, pay to go see a $20 movie when they're already paying $8 for a subscription fee, and we'll see it a month later? Maybe they should start looking to do marketing. Maybe they do like a lottery where 10 people that buy the tickets to this movie get a percentage of the film. Start doing creative things like that. I don't know. They need to add more spice, because I think that these are good movies. And again, we will always advocate movies. So it was our good fortune to talk with you all. Let us know if you're excited for this new movie.